Alright, so hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video, and today we're finally gonna check out the Umbral Valkitty, which is something that I wanted to do for quite a while, but I wanted to do the exalted build video first, so I could actually show you the performance of a normal Hysteria build in that video. Now this build, just like every other Umbral build, requires you to polarize every single slot with the exception of the 3 where you will put the Umbral mods, and it should be a 4-forma build if you're doing it from scratch. Now the aura I decided to use is Steel Charge, which is fantastic for a setup like this because it gives you more melee damage, which works for both just general melee combat as well as Hysteria, and it gives you more capacity than any other aura. Then in the extra slot I decided to go with the Rush for more sprint speed because some melee combos allow you to sprint, like for example the block combo on Tempo Royale, so this just makes you trash around faster than usual. It's absolutely fantastic. Next on the menu we have Hunter Adrenaline, because this setup is sort of a combo of an Eternal War sort of melee setup and a Hysteria setup, so what this allows me to do is generate energy while I'm just trashing around with my melee weapon and then spend that energy on Hysteria if I just want to heal up or do more damage. After that, we have the Umbral mod, so we have Umbral Intensify for power strength, which will give you attack speed via Warcry, and it will give you more damage in Hysteria, Umbral Fiber for a ton of armor, and Umbral Vitality for a ton of life. Now, I also wanted to incorporate the Gladiator mod, so I have Gladiator Resolve for health and Gladiator Aegis for armor. This gives you some extra tankiness, but it also provides a mini blood rush effect via the scent bonus. Then I'm running the Eternal War Augment, which basically makes it just so that whenever you kill an enemy with a melee weapon during Warcry, this does include the talents in Hysteria, it will extend the duration of Warcry. And the final mod on the menu is Primed Continuity here. This one is not mandatory, you can play around with this one. You can, for example, put in Armored Agility if you want even more armor and sprint speed, but I put Primed Continuity here because it reduces the drain on Hysteria a little bit and it gives me a lot more total duration on Warcry, so it's much easier to keep it up at basically all times. Now, while I was at it, amplifying Valkyrie, I also decided to spice up her talent a little bit as well, because it's no longer a full-on Hysteria build. So, we have Primed Continuity for damage, then I decided to switch True Steel into Sacrificial Steel, which bumps the total crit chance from 80% to 90%, which is pretty good. Organ Shatter for crit damage, Berserker for attack speed, and since once again this is not a full-on Hysteria build anymore and I'm running Eternal War, which gives me attack speed, I switched the Drifting Contact to Spoiled Strike. And then once again I topped it all off with Molten Impact for heat damage and Primed Fever Strike with Choking Touch for corrosive. Now before we jump to the simulacrum or I play some gameplay, I want you to bear in mind that on my melee weapon, which is the Life Hunt Sight, which is a Heavy Blade Zo, I'm running the LOL setup, which is not optimized for high-end damage. It's more of a fun setup for faffing around. But that doesn't mean it's bad, it's actually pretty spicy, it's just not as strong as something like a proper Galatine setup. One thing it does do though, especially on a setup like this, which is extremely tanky and adds extra melee attack speed via Warcry, is that it makes the Warframe pretty much immortal thanks to all the healing that's coming from Healing Return. It also showcases the benefits of having sprint speed on a melee Warframe really well, because you're just trashing around so damn fast, killing absolutely everything. It's glorious, I love it. But enough about that, let's talk about the performance of the actual build with Hysteria. Now, spoiler alert, it's busted. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's basically like my old Hysteria setup on steroids, but it doesn't last as long. It's designed for more sort of bursts of damage rather than being in Hysteria for minutes at a time. It's utterly ridiculous. You can easily crit for like 100k with this. And the tankiness, oh my god, the tankiness. Like if you put Healing Return on your melee weapon, you are never going to die as long as you hit something every now and then. This is very much comparable to my lazy tanky Naros. It is extremely tanky. And that makes me happy because I like tanky stuff. I've had a lot of fun running around with this today and just doing random stuff while having this what I can only describe as a shit-eating grin all the way through. So if you ever thought about doing this, go for it. It is 100% worth it. It's really good. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.
Song of sons and daughters.